Welcome to the third episode. If you're here right now, I know I got you excited, and thank you for being here with me and sharing this passion about growth and what we can do with it. I just want to let you know the journey that you're on episode 3. We're all in this together. We're all trying to figure this out. And what I'm sharing here in these episodes with you, as best as I know it today, reserving myself in the future for making some of these changes. So welcome. I'm excited that you're here. Okay. What is this? In this episode, we're going to turn this into a factory. And what do I mean with a factory? What I've learned is that in many ways, we operate same as a factory. And that means that if we can create growth and we can manufacture it, my gosh, if we turn it into a factory, we should be able to grow, right? Now, we know from the previous episode that how growth worked was we were doing more, we're doing better, and we're doing smarter. So that gave us a sense of what we could do. But can we manufacture it? Today, I'm going to show you a little bit about what the mindset behind this is, okay? So first and foremost, when we look at a factory has 3 goals really: produce output, improve efficiency, and maintain or improve quality. The last one was important because when it wasn't included long before the quality mantra came in, we saw the quality drop while the production went up and the profits went up, but the quality stayed behind. So that third one is super important. We deal with this every day, folks. This is not unknown to you. If I say produce more output, in our world, that's produce more growth. And if I say, improve efficiency, folks, it's the same thing. We want to make sure that we don't spend too many dollars on achieving the growth. Quality, we measure that in the form of retention, GRR, and expansion. We want to make sure that customers buy more. And if they're on a consumption model, gosh, we want to make sure that they stay with us, right? They need to keep buying more, consuming more. In other words, a revenue factory mirrors the goals of a factory. And it is not just the goals of the factory that it mirrors. The concept of the reason why a factory produces so well is because the concept of that is that it uses production lines. Well, we too in GTM use production lines. We may not call them production lines, we call them GTM motions. GTM motion, for example, like a pro user, call it $100 per month kind of subscription, or a $200 per month subscription to Anthropic or to Claude, and so on and so forth. We have a second common GTM motion, SMB. We're using SDRs, sales development reps, and account executives. They work as teams. They bring in opportunities. And the third one, deep enterprise sales. Solution engineers and architects are coming into play. Dedicated a person that only is going on a few accounts. The deep enterprise motions. These are 3 different GTM motions, often having similar but different processes. That is the idea behind the GTM motions. Now, remember earlier on, we defined that each of these GTM motions, each of these parts of the factory, was based on input, throughput, and a closed loop feedback loop system, right? Do more, increase more inputs, do better, improve the throughput, or grow smarter. Use existing customers to grow more. Now, when we look at this, the analogy to a factory doesn't stop here. Actually, we have also other parts of it: people, process, and technology. Let me help you understand this. It starts at the bottom. Technology. We previously, in factories, obviously, we use robotics. In GTM, we're using AI as a form of robotics. Now, you may say, Jocko, is that a form of automation? It is. But automation works really well in processes. The second difference that we see in our world is that processes become frameworks. AI works well with frameworks. Robots work well with process. This is a different mindset. In order to operate frameworks, they're often designed, monitored, and managed by humans. We call that the humans in the loop. So rather than people looking and walking the factory floor, they're now the humans in the loop that implements the systems and processes and frameworks so AI can execute it. That creates a hierarchy. The hierarchy that we work from today is that we didn't start with humans in the loop who created frameworks who then went to AI, but that technology is creating this revolutionary new approach. This is a new framework that we need to think of. So instead of process and automations and management, we're talking about human in the loops, frameworks, and AI as the new foundational framework for GTM. Based on this, we can now start to think about, can growth be manufactured? Yes, it can be manufactured. If we know that more inputs generate more outputs, if we know if we keep the same inputs, but we improve the throughput, we can generate more outputs and get the process right, then we know that once we start deploying processes that follow frameworks that AI can automate, that system should generate more growth. Again, and I'm saying this, your product must always be ready for this. A product that is successful. But what we see today, folks, is such a common thing. There are many successful products that are not performing, not because the product is not good, not because the market is not there. They are simply using an outdated GTM process. That gives us the idea for the first 3 episodes. Next up is the episode that we're going to talk all about the mechanics. We're going to go a step deeper. We're going to double click on these production lines, and we're going to take a look at that. I'm excited about that. I'm looking forward to see you at the start of that next episode.